What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So this is a fight hype video of Deontay Wilder, and this is the first time I'm looking at it, and the video is labeled Deontay Wilder shows some new tricks. So I don't know what people consider new tricks or something that's going to be beneficial in the ring to a fighter. So we're just watching. And I'm seeing the same stuff, but the title says something different. And we're just taking a look. Be careful, man. Don't break them skinny legs. Y'all notice even like how he just threw that left hook off the pivot. You never see him do that in an actual fight. Right? The combinations that the few different punches he throw, like you see how he just threw that left hook? It was just like a touch. And how he does that little hop to left to right. He doesn't even do those little things that he's doing in practice in the ring. So again, I don't care who the fighters are. You see videos and it may say Devin Haney in beast mode or such and such explosive. As far as what's going to happen in the fight, people, they're going to bring in the fight what they do. And how he's hopping around the ring a little bit. People consider that footwork. But, you know, as I said, you have to be able to do it against an opponent. But and I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just waiting to see something new. And you notice the majority of everything he throw is jab right hand. Now, you see how he's playing with the jab and the hook. You know damn well he doesn't do that in the fight. And he's not even throwing it with any authority. He's just like touching with it. I hope he wins, though. But I'm just waiting to see the new tricks. You know how people, you know, two guys spar and people will say one guy got the best of the other and they'll say, oh, but that's just sparring. Okay. Even though you say it's just sparring, which I agree to a certain extent, it depends on the fighters involved, okay, and their ability. But how can you say that's just sparring, but then take someone shadow boxing as this is what he's going to do in the fight? Like the opponent is going to stand in and cooperate with them to do this. It's like you see people hitting the bag. They look real impressive. All these little fancy combinations. They get in the ring and can't do it, right? Because they're fighting an opponent out of bag. Now, when I say I just see the same old Deontay, and one of you clowns go, no, it's different. What's different? That shit he's doing right now? And I'm not being wise ass. If I wanted to be wise ass, y'all know me by now. I would. But I don't see nothing different. I'm not impressed. That little move he does, let me tell y'all something. How he hops to the left and then to the right. If he does that shit in an actual fight, that can be telegraphed. Especially when you know that that's what he does. And you know that off of that, picture him fighting Fury. All 3 times. Okay. Did you see him do that against Fury at one point, at any one point in the fight? At any one point in the fight, did you see him do that? So my whole thing is, when you start saying a fighter is this or a fighter is that, you know, my whole thing with that is this, y'all. It is never, for me, about making anything personal, which, excuse my voice, because I have to walk away. Okay. It is never a personal thing for me where it's about, pause. You know, it's never a personal thing with me. I never make it about, oh, I don't like that fighter. I'm just going to say something about him because I don't like him. If I'm not impressed, I'm not impressed. I told you guys the same thing when I saw Anthony Joshua training for Alexander Usyk. I said I didn't see anything different. I'm not impressed by anything I saw. I haven't seen anything that makes me think, man, he looks like he's going to go in there and beat Usyk. So why am I supposed to change it for Wilder or anybody? That little, you know, that little hop, you know, he does it. Hops to the left, hops to the right. And look, notice when he's doing it, his guard is wide open. So you would imagine if he's doing that, he's not in punching range of his opponent, right? Because if you're doing that, well, whether you go left or right, you chomp, they coming right between your gloves. Look where his hands is when he does it. Here. And you guys think that that's, like, impressive. You think that that's some good professional skills, but you guys don't know how to fight. That's why you say that. And pretty much you're hoping that he goes in there and takes care of business. I hope he goes in there and takes care of business because it's not a personal thing, but I know the fights I want to see. And as I said before, if Helenius wins, well, what can you say, right? Then he's earned his shot to go forward, you know, because this is the title eliminator, right? Well, at the end of the day, same old Wilder. I watched the video of him before, but you guys got to understand, it's always someone saying, Wilder looks way better. Now, it's not him labeling the thumbnail. You understand what I'm saying? But I just want to see what was new. I didn't see anything new. But, you know, and his trainer went on to say, this Wilder would definitely beat Fury. Definitely. I may do a separate video on that. But we know what that's about, if anything. Let's try to line ourselves up again so we can get in a position to get a title shot. Because even though you're probably going to get knocked out again, and probably earlier this time, if it does happen, it's another payday for you. Let's just be real. We heard Malik Scott say he was 10 times better than Muhammad Ali. We always hear, you know, something, and they're trying to hype up this fight. They're trying to make him look like he's better than what he is, right? If you can tell yourself by watching that video clip, yeah, he looks way better. Oh, this Wilder is, yeah, that's the Wilder that would beat Fury. Somehow this Wilder is a much better Wilder than we've seen in the past because he's hopping around the ring, throwing punches in the air. Do you know how many, even when he throws his punches, if you notice, like, for example, when he tries to throw his punches fast, he has skinny legs, which means he has a weak base. He has to get his whole body behind his shot. His right hand is good when he throws it with authority, if it lands, of course. But what you saw right there, he's not even throwing anything with authority. It's just he's trying to throw fast punches and move. So as far as I'm concerned, it's media day, open workout. He was trying to pretty much impress the crowd. When have you ever seen Deontay Wilder fight on the back foot? And in fact, wasn't that his complaint about the way Anthony Joshua fought Andy Ruiz in the rematch on the back foot? So I repeat, what does Helenius bring to the table that Wilder feels like he even has to fight on the back foot? Now, if he tries to do anything different against Helenius, it's this reason. The same reason I said, if Anthony Joshua was to follow through with his original plans, take 2 meatballs, and then come back and fight against Dillian White and then Deontay Wilder, like they plan on trying to do, right? But we know that Wilder turned money down, him and Finkel. Who knows? Will they turn it down again for the 5th time? Who knows? But if that was the case, that way he can get his confidence back in things that he needs to do. If he can implement those things against those guys, then he knows he can do it. So hopefully going back up against more elite fighters, it'll come right back. He beat Dylan already before. You understand what I mean? So it's not like Dylan has improved any more than you know, Dylan is Dylan. Same thing. You do this against lesser opposition. Then people see you do something that they're not used to seeing you doing, or that old tiger in you comes back, and it's like, okay, there we go. Now he's looking like his old self because he has the right opponents. But that can be the confidence builder. That's the whole purpose of bringing a fighter back against lesser opponents. Get their confidence up, get some rounds in, and they see, okay, yes, you can implement that. And then as you keep training, you learn the time and everything. It starts to come together. It's not all about just one fight. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like you got 50 fights. You fighting the same one opponent all 50 times. It's different people. But what you're doing is you have confidence in your arsenal now because you know that you can do these things differently. So with what AJ already knows how to do, it's about, can he put it all together? So if Wilder tries something different, it's for that reason. Because he knows damn well Helenius is somebody that shouldn't be in the ring with him. I mean, how do you sit here and applaud a guy that gets knocked out by Gerald Washington? Gerald Washington. Oh, he beat Adam Kalinowski. Who the fuck can't beat Adam Kalinowski? Like, really? I mean, serious. So, at the end of the day, we already know, whether, look, Wilder or his team, none of them should have anything to do with who his opponent was, having any influence on picking an opponent, anything like that. So, it's not their fault that Helenius was the one picked and the title eliminated. I mean, you just had Ruiz and Ortiz. Now, you're trying to tell us Ortiz is worthy. Helenius is worthy too? Like, if you're going to, it's basically, these fights are like, when you handpick a guy, even if he has a reputation, but I could beat this guy. What we saw in Andy Ruiz, we wasn't impressed by his performance. That was a fight. Let's say it like it is. Of course, he's going to say, Ortiz is a real fighter. He comes to fight. Right. But how old is he now? He's 43 now. Right. But yet, you guys were saying Klitschko was old when he fought, Joshua. He was 40. You guys make the age. You bring the age into it. And like I said, you applaud one guy, but crucify another. Trust me when I tell you, Ortiz was a cherry pick that didn't go the way they thought it was going to go. You know what I'm saying? That was a cherry pick. And that fight was way tougher than what they thought it would be. Helenius was selected for whatever reason in this title eliminator. The fact that he's in a title eliminator and he's beat nobody to get there. Beating Adam Kalinowski warrants that. So just saying, if Deontay Wilder if he tries to fight on the back foot, it's like, why are you doing that? This is fucking Robert Helenius. What is he going to say? No, I know he got power. No, you got power. You are the guy that, everybody's talking about your knockout percentage and, right? You want to show that you can box? I mean, if you watch that clip, you can see he still can't fucking box at all. Now, I'm pretty sure you got minions going, no, but he looked good to y'all. That's like somebody broke finding $100 and losing their shit. Yo, $100. Like it's like $1 million or something, right? Same old Wilder. And I'm not even saying that to put him down. I'm just being honest. Same old Wilder. Anyway, for the smart people, or however, talk to me in the comment section what y'all think about his training video, punching in the air. I mean, shadow boxing. Never fall in love with lies. Remember the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.